You see tables and graphs being used to present data just about everywhere. In your textbooks, in newspapers, on television, and you may have even used them before when organizing and summarizing information. So why are they so popular, and how do we know when we should use a table or a graph? Tables and graphs can tell a story. They can explain and highlight information in a concise manner. The choice to use a table or a graph depends on the type of data you have and your audience. Let's take a look at some of the things we need to consider when selecting the appropriate method to present our data. Meet Sarah. Sarah and her group have been given a science project to work on over a period of 7 days. They were required to do an experiment in an area that interests them and had decided to study the impact of different fertilizers on plant growth to find the best fertilizer. They then had to present their data to the class. They collected their data by recording the height of different plants with different fertilizers in them at the same time each day over a period of 7 days and organized the data by using the format of a table. The data collected was managed and recorded into an Excel spreadsheet to construct a table with the heading Plant Growth Rate. After analyzing the table, the team decided to present their data using a line graph because a line graph would be easier for the audience to interpret, and it would also do a better job at highlighting the pattern of growth for each plant. In a line graph, the x-axis represents the continuous variable and the y-axis represents the measurement. So what have we learned from Sarah's project? We have learned that tables are a good format to use to initially organize data during an experiment because with their columns and rows, it allows the user to easily run their fingers across to read and analyze the information. Tables are effective to show how a single category, such as plant growth rate, varies when measured at different points in time, such as days. Tables are effective when the dataset doesn't contain too many numbers. It would be hard for the audience to interpret if there are too many numbers in a table, especially if used during a presentation. Graphs, on the other hand, are effective when used to present a large amount of data because it is able to summarize, describe, and highlight patterns and trends in the data more effectively than tables. It could also be used when there are a few numbers in a dataset. And just like the table, graphs are also effective to show how a single category varies when measured at different points in time. To improve the appearance and usability of the data, you should always include a title for all your tables and graphs. And to make them even easier to read, you can use colors to highlight the rows of your table and use different colored lines for your line graph, for example. Now let's try constructing our own tables and graphs. In groups, collect data about your classmates on a topic that interests you and record it in a table using Excel. Using your textbooks, choose the best type of graph to present your data to the class. Remember to have fun with your data, and hopefully you will also learn more about your classmates from this task.